Marvelites, you are watching Marvel live at San Diego Comic-Con 2015, brought to you by Marvel Future Fight from Netmarble. I'm Ryan Panagos, aka Marvel's Agent M.
And I am Blake Garris, and we are kind of freaking out right now because we just got a very special last-minute guest. I'm going to say freaking Bamba. I am like, wow. We've interviewed so many celebrities this weekend, and I am like, whatever. Bamba. Let's keep repeating your name. How are you doing today, sir?
Very good, Blake.
So you
very good.
We're here. Everybody knows Conan has been taping his shows. I guess today was the only day you got to actually experience the convention.
Yeah, we've been really busy.
And now we're putting you back to work.
No, this is all pleasure. And my kids are freaking out.
So tell us what you did this week with Conan if fans didn't have a chance to see any of the shows.
Yeah, well, outside the show, I mean, there wasn't much to do. In regarding to the show, you know, there's a lot of rehearsing going on and just getting it right and editing whatever needs to be edited down to make it all happen. You know, wish we had a couple hours, you know, to do it in. You know, it makes it tough to throw that all into an hour.
Were you? So I've heard rumors that we were talking beforehand that you're a big comic book nerd.
Yes.
Were you the reason that Conan came to San Diego? Were you like, Conan, we got to do San Diego, we got to...
This is one of those things that I'm not the reason of. I think there's some other things that have gone, you know, along the whole route for the last 22 years, you know, that maybe somebody like, you know, aren't going to say where maybe they heard it. I don't know. No, there hasn't been much of that going on. I'm just kidding. But no, I don't. This is a great idea. It's a long time coming, right? Absolutely.
You were telling a really funny story where you had a cast member from Thor as your neighbor, and you found out he was in Thor, and then you brought him into your, like, I guess, man cave, and he freaked out with all the comic books you had.
Oh yeah. We have a neighbor, Josh. I remember Josh's last name, and he's in some of the sci-fi movies on the Sci-Fi Channel, you know. So he told me he was doing, you know, Thor. He's playing one of the Frost Giants, and I'm thinking in my mind, you know, Loki. You know, who is he? You know, who, you know, and I forget there was another character from like way back, you know, and I caught the name and I said, wait a minute, that character's not a Frost Giant, and he's giving me the name of that he's a Frost Giant, but with that name, that didn't, you know, maybe somebody was moving the script around.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what happened, you know. And I was like looking through all my containers of comic books, which are like 99% Marvel.
Yes, that's what we like to hear.
And I was looking for, and I found the character, but while I was doing that, I think I was really freaking the guy out. You know, totally like, oh boy, what did I get myself into?
I love it.
Who is this guy?
You locked the door behind you and your mind or whatever.
Yeah. So if you guys have questions for Bamba, use hashtag MarvelSDCC. We actually have some come in already. Ginny Balfour wants to know, what other musical instruments can you play?
Euphonium, piano.
What is a euphonium?
A euphonium's like a small tuba. Kind of sounds like a French horn.
Okay.
But like an octave lower.
Okay.
An octave lower than the trombone.
Right.
But you can play it up into the range that it sounds like a French horn. And piano, and I sing.
Wow. Michael W.S. wants to know, hey, Bamba, what is your favorite bit and sketch from Conan?
In the year 2000.
Wait, you are the guy that sings.
That made me so happy. I'm so happy.
You do
the hair on my head. Oh my God.
I've been watching Conan for so long, and that was always my favorite. Oh, I can't stop moving. This is the best. What? Oh my gosh.
There's no way to top that, but
shut it down. Shut it
goodbye,
all
Comic-Con.
down.
Do you have any like are you into illustrators or certain artists or anybody Marvel-wise? Or do you have a special comic that you love that you keep away from all your other stacks or what?
Well, yeah, I'm an old. You know, I started. You know, Jack Kirby. I mean, I'm an old timer. You know.
We love Jack Kirby too.
But that's the thing. Jack Kirby's art is timeless.
Yeah.
Anyone can enjoy it because it's so big,
right?
And so amazing. His ideas are way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Way ahead of everywhere we are now. I mean,
Right.
Kirby is the king.
Now, am I correct about this? In some of the movies, I see like some of the guys are put in the positions, like Thor, when he's catching his hammer. You know, their positions look like they're Kirby artwork that are being actually filmed.
I would imagine there's a lot of that, going on. We once had Scott Adsit from 30 Rock and such come in, huge Kirby fan. He came into the office to do something, and I gave him a mask to take a photo, and he immediately went to a Kirby pose. It's like it's burned in our brains.
Wow, yeah.
Like those Kirby poses.
The Captain America, the one where he's hunched down there and he's like up in the air and he's got his shield in front of him. That and it like crouched down like that. It looks exactly like it came out of like Stylog 13. Captain America, whatever number that was. That was the best.
Amazing.
I love that.
Blacklog Joe wants to know, what would your superhero name be? Although I think La Bamba can work.
That's a good name.
That's a pretty awesome superhero name. What would your superpower be?
Maybe a trombone slide that can have like cosmic like Silver Surfer.
The cosmic trombone. That is so cool.
Or you blow into it and it's like inhuman. What's
Black Bolt.
Black
Like
Bolt.
like
Right.
cosmic crazy like
Right.
destruction.
Black Bolt. With the,
Oh, man.
Yeah. Play a trombone, destroys cities.
Ben Morris brings up a good point. As a Kirby fan, we have a series of upcoming Kirby monster covers. We're doing a whole big thing where we're bringing back some of the most, like some really cool monsters designed by Kirby, and we're going to be really spotlighting them in the coming months. It's going to be super cool.
We'll hook you up. Yeah.
Wow.
We'll hook it up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you? So I know these are really expensive, but you got that Conan money. Do you own any original Kirby art?
Original? No. I actually don't.
Do you collect art like from artists, or strictly the comics, or what?
No, I basically just have the comics. Just have the comics, yeah. And my original, when I started collecting, my parents were like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I wanted something. I forget what it was, and I had like a whole huge box of comics. And I went into a store, and I basically gave them away. And I'm wait a minute. That's the Thor, the changeover to Sam. Sam from Kirby to Sam. What was the artist? Sam. No, Sam.
Sal Buscema?
What was the guy who took over for right after Kirby? Had he Beta Ray
Bill, Walt
was
Simonson.
introduced in that series.
Yeah, Walt Simonson.
Walt Simonson, that's what I'm thinking of. Walt Simonson, right? And one of those comics was like the one, because I had an extra one. I had two, and that extra one was in there. I said, wait a minute, he's not going to give me the extra money for that comic. That's going to be, and like a year later, it was like dollars more than it was.
Sure.
Man, I got ripped off totally. Pissed me off.
We got to wrap. Apologies, but we want you to be able to see more of the show floor. Two things. One, where can fans find you on social media and online?
Well, the real La Bamba is Twitter, and I have Richie La Bamba Rosenberg for my fan page on Facebook.
Cool. And where can fans find you on television?
Conan!
And is it news that San Diego is a thing in the future?
Well, Conan made a huge announcement.
Okay.
This is what you're asking me last night on the show, that we will be back next year.
Right on.
And
Yes.
you're coming to see us too, right?
You bet. If
All
you're
right.
inviting me, especially,
You're invited.
Selfishly, can I ask you to do one more in the year 2000 and then we'll be done?
All right, there's two parts to that.
Okay.
Are we going to sing it together? Sing it together? Are you ready?
Yeah.
In the year 2000, in the year 2000, Yeah.
I'm crying.